Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another update of my stocks and shares portfolio on Trading 212. As you can see from the main screen, we did manage to get over 3,500 into the account, which is great. Despite the losses that are going on right now, I'm happy with where the portfolio is. We're here for the long term, so I'm expecting a few down months. You can minus 100 from there because I have put £100 in for June already. But I'm going to show you straight to the dividends, see where they were for this month. So as you can see, so far we made £12.52 just in the month of May, which is great. You can see that it's going up every month. We had 69 pence from Advanced Auto Parts, which I've now taken out of the portfolio. £3.40 from British American Tobacco, which I've put a lot more money into this month due to the fact that they've shot down in price. Persimmons, we got £4.80, which is fantastic. That is a position I think I've taken out of, but I'm going to go back into once the price goes up, or I might have already put money back in. I'll have to double check. SCS, we got £1.35, which is another position I want to grow, and £2.28 from Aviva, which is a position I'm now out of. I think I had too much in finances, so I got rid of the Aviva, and I'm sticking with Legal and General. Now, as you can see, there's a few red here, and there's a few quite large red. So we'll just go through in order. So Barclays is up, very small amount, 2%. We've got £274 in there. Bluefield, there's a few you're going to see renewable energy stocks that I've now put money into, and I'm going to be putting more money into them as time goes. But at the moment, I just kind of wanted to put a few in just to remind myself that that's what I want to buy. And then when I see the price higher or lower, I guess, I'm going to put more money in. British American Tobacco is now my largest shareholder on this channel. You can see that it's nearly at the bottom of the price it's been in almost my lifetime. You can see, which is great. That's what I want to buy into. I know there's a lot of legal battles going on. They've been fined due to trading. There is a worry about the e-cigarettes. But either way, that price right now I think is ridiculously cheap. So I'm going to put even more money into there. I'd be happy if I can get maybe 30 shares in there, roughly, whilst the price is still low. It's going to, I imagine, keep dropping because people are worried about it, but I think now is the time to get in. Look at that, it's at its 52-week low. It's got a fantastic dividend yield. It's going to keep making profits for a while, so that dividend should be safe for now. Currys, Drax, DWF and For Export are all in the red, which is great because these are shares I want to keep increasing into. For Export is the mining company in Ukraine. You can see it's performing well there, but you can see overall it is shooting down. But look at that dividend yield. It might have a dividend cut, that's fine. I'm not really into it for that ridiculous dividend yield. I mean, because the price is so good right now. And when the war eventually stops, I imagine that price will skyrocket. And I've managed to stay profitable. I mentioned before about renewable energy. You can see Foresight Solar Fund is there. Forterra. This is heavily linked to the building market, which it has a bit of a tumultuous future, you could say, but I still think that's a good price for it, so I'm going to put more money into there. Greencoat, Glencore, Renewable Energies, Natural Resources. GSK, a price I'm pretty happy with now, so I'm going to invest more into that, I believe. I think that is a company that is just going to be around pretty much forever, so might as well put money in. Imperial Brands and Halfords. Halfords I'm going to keep. Imperial Brands, I don't know if I'm just going too much. I've already got British American Tobacco. Do I really need Imperial Brands? Probably not, but I'll just keep holding it because eventually it'll go back up. And when it does, I'll probably sell. Royal Mail or International Distribution Services are currently very far down, which is good because I want to keep putting money into it. I think the reason the stocks are so poor is because of the strikes that we're having in the country. And maybe there's questions over its growth, but I've looked into it. I'm happy with that company. I'm going to keep putting money in. ITV, same for that. I'm going to keep putting money in. Eventually, the prices will go up. There might be an oncoming recession, and if that happens, the prices on everything will go down, and I'm ready for that. Legal and General, like I mentioned before, I'm happy with that position. I've got 100 shares in. I will put more money into it if it drops any further. To be fair, it's at an alright price right now, but I do want it to drop closer towards 200 before I put any more in. Medical Properties Trust, I'm just keeping hold of it. It is slowly climbing back up, which is great. I'm going to hold on it for now. It's my only American share now, and I'm kind of keeping it because it's a lesson of maybe don't invest in something you don't know of. So we'll see how that goes. Pan African Resources, that had a really sharp decline last week, so I put a bit of money into it. I still think I'm going to put more in because look at the price right now. That's ridiculous. But I'll see. I'll just see how this month goes. Persimmon, I'm going to put more into that. I think I looked at all of the UK house builders, and Persimmon is the one that I want, kind of because I know more about Persimmon. I nearly bought a Persimmon property myself. All of the new builds have their problems. Persimmon is the same, but the prices are okay right now. Rio Tinto, it's a company I really wanted to drop, and it did, and I managed to put some money in. I'm happy with that price. Of course, I'd prefer to go a bit lower for now, but at the price it's at, I'm going to keep buying for the future. This is a new company I added to the list, and this and the Big Yellow Group I was looking into. I think these are companies that are just never going to go away. We always need somewhere to store items, especially if you're moving house and something happens. So that is a company I'm going to keep putting in. SCS down for the month. I believe it might have even been down last month as well. So I do want to put more money into here. Another really big company. We all want couches. It does have heavy competition, but I still believe it's going to be around for long term. The Works, one of my favourite shops in the UK. It sells a lot of books. I'm a reader, so I'm buying this kind of just because I shop there. But it's also really cheap. It has gone up in price a bit. It had a sharp incline. It must have been a week or two ago, you can see. And I was lucky because I was contemplating whether I wanted to keep it, and then that happened. So maybe I shouldn't sell it now whilst it's up, but we'll think about that later. I haven't really put any money into my ETFs this month, which might be a mistake because the prices on almost every share that I had went down because of the debt ceiling debate in America. And something else happened in the UK that I can't quite remember. But the shares were all over the place, and I probably should have put more money into ETFs because that would have been a good time to get into it, but I didn't. That was my mistake. Then we have Virgin Money. I'm going to be keeping that. And Vodafone. So I managed to sell Vodafone. I wonder if it'll show me. Just before it crashed. Here, so I sold it when it was at 96. And I said to myself, if it goes below 80, I'll buy into it. And it did. So the average price I got it at was just below 80, which is a price I'm happy with for it. Vodafone and BT were the two I was looking between. And I just think Vodafone has a better future than BT. I don't know why. I looked into it. I think the figures for Vodafone are better in almost every measuring criteria. Sorry, the figures for Vodafone are better, so I'm just going to keep putting money into Vodafone. It'll probably drop further because they're investing a lot for the future. That's fine. You can see most of the main data on Trading 212. But I'm going to put more money in, and I think the price it's at is good. It's got a nice dividend yield, 10% right now, which is crazy. So that's going to be it. I'm going to keep investing. I would like to put an extra £400 in this month if I can manage. If I can't, I'm definitely going to put more in. It depends on how the stocks perform. I don't know which dividends I'm going to get this month, so that'll be a nice surprise. And we're just going to keep investing in dividends. So the market's probably just open now. There might be a few things that the return's now changing. You'll see next month that there's going to be more changes on the account. I'll have bought a few new positions. I'm not going to say what yet, just in case they go up. But I've got a list of maybe 5 or 6 I want to get into. And I'm really enjoying this. This video is a bit late, so if anyone managed to watch all the way to the end, thank you. Trading 212 are doing their free shares if you make an account. So I'll put my link in the description. And I hope if you are going to make an account, you might as well use the link. It doesn't have to be mine. Find someone else's and we'll both get a free share. So thank you once again for following me on this journey. I can't wait to see where it goes in the future. And if anyone else starts to open their account and makes any videos, just leave a comment and I'll watch you as well. The portfolio's going up, so that's great. But anyway, I'll leave you guys. Have a lovely week. Take care of yourself. Stay safe.